Hi, class. So for today, we will be continuing with the second part of topic four, and we'll be starting with disposal of solid waste. So the first one is incineration. In there are a lot of countries, developing countries, that this is the main, like one of the like main ways to dispose their waste. So they will just burn them because it's very easy, right? Just light them up, and then they're good to go, right? So incineration, it can could produce a lot of air pollutants and very high temperatures too. Next one is by dumping. Just you just dump the waste, designate a place. Okay, so that's the place where we will bring all the waste and then just dump them. So that's one way. Or open holes, so people will dig holes and then you'll just dump the waste there, and then eventually just cover the hole. Um, another way is by leaching. So what they will do is they will remove uh, the solid materials. Okay, so they will separate the solid materials uh, from. So there's a way to absorb the liquid, and then so you can separate the solid from the liquid um, garbage or waste. Okay, so what they can do here is what they can do is apply some chemicals in order to dissolve what can be dissolved, so you can take away the liquid. The next one is landfill. So landfill is one of the most common, because a lot of people are thinking that it's okay. Somehow it's safer compared to just dumping garbage on a given area. So with landfills, what they will do is they will create like layers and layers and layers of protection in order for the liquid coming from, or the toxic liquid coming from the garbage, will not go through the groundwater. Okay. So usually they will use a film or something, and then eventually, if the landfill is almost full, they will cover it again with soil. And I know in the U.S. they converted landfills into golf courses. Okay, carefully designed structure built into on top of ground, and that's how they do it, right? And then eventually they will cover it. If you will go to Erin Woods area, there's a landfill there. Disposal of liquid waste, septic tank, and then from the septic tank, the liquid will be treated and cycled back again. So underground container where bacteria break down organic materials, and then the liquid obviously will have a high. So the solid will settle at the bottom. The liquid can just go through a a system where it can be purified and reused. Okay. Storm sewers like this one. Okay, water directly enters the rivers or lakes without treatment or cleaning. So, like for the sidewalk, you will see there, there are drains in the sidewalk. So those are the storm sewers, and they will go straight to the river. And that's the reason why the city government is not allowing you to do, cleaning, like car cleaning or dumping soap or whatever, because the thing is, there's no way for them to control the amount of chemical going to the lakes, and it's specifically for rain water only. But the moment you start watering your lawn and you're applying fertilizers, now we have a problem, because when the water carries those fertilizers going to the rivers and lakes, then you will have algal bloom, which is a huge problem and can actually kill a lot of fish. Okay. Sewage treatment plant. So the water coming from your house will go through this sewage treatment plant. Solid waste will be filtered, water will be treated, and then bacteria will be, they will try to kill the bacteria in order for you to get pure water, pure, potable, drinkable water. So treat wastewater with several steps, including filtration, chemical treatment, and biological treatment. So they also use bacteria in order to um, quickly decompose, you know, um, organic materials that can be decomposed. And then yeah, so discuss the advantages and disadvantages of the following. Okay, so you're looking at this. Okay, I'm not asking you, but think of it now, right? Like pause the video, think about this. right? What are advantages and disadvantages? Disposal of solid waste. So we did discuss this already. Emissions may contribute. So for this one, you will have increased emissions that will contribute to air pollution for incineration. So obviously, when you burn, you are introducing chemicals to the environment. When you dump, obviously the okay leach into the substances, those toxic chemicals. When substances decompose, they produce those liquids. Some of them are really toxic, and they can seep through and then go through like the surrounding soil, and then to the groundwater. So we have a problem, right? For leaching, liquids that dissolves and carry substances can contaminate water supply. So that's another problem too. Okay, for landfill, a lot of people are saying that eventually landfill will fail, right? The materials that they used there, they did use there in order to carry all, like, to protect the groundwater and the soil beneath it. Will Those materials will eventually, give way. So carefully designed, but trash is located from surrounding environment by the use of bottom liner and daily coverings of soil. So and somehow it will affect the air quality of the surrounding communities too. So I don't know if maybe you can do a quick research on how a landfill will somehow lessen the value of the land and the houses surrounding it, right? So that can be a problem too. And yeah, and I told you a while ago, those materials that they use for the landfill, eventually they will break, and then that will allow those nasty toxic chemicals to seep through the groundwater. So that can be a problem. Disposal of liquid waste is septic tank, often used when households are not connected to municipal sewer. So like the previous septic tanks, what they will do is just dig, cover, and then put a concrete around it, and then they will just dump all the solid waste from the household without getting treated. Now the problem is, liquid from that septic tank can seep through groundwater also. But in more developed countries like Canada, um, our our wastewater solid waste will go through a septic system, like a sewer system, that will filter it and then treat the water to make it more potable, and so that they can be released back to the rivers and lakes. Storm sewers, water directly enters the rivers or lakes without treatment or cleaning. So that is an example. Treated wastewater equals effluent can be released into rivers or lakes, may still contain nitrogen, phosphorus, and other substances not removed by filtration. So again, after all the filtration, if we are dumping a lot of chemicals or elements that will support algal bloom, then we will still have a problem. Okay. Okay. So the following diagram show two proposed design for a new landfill. So you have design X and you have design Y. Okay, design blank should be selected as a design for the new landfill because, okay, so now look here. Which one do you prefer? Sand and gravel or clay and then sand? Okay, so maybe we'll go for X because clay will be more compact, not allowing the liquid to seep through it. Okay, and then because the clay layer prevents chemical leaching, so that will be the answer for that one. And that's the end of topic 4. I'll be uploading another topic tomorrow, and then another topic on Thursday, and then we'll prepare for the unit test on Monday. God bless you all.